This is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to teach you how to make these charm bears. I created this one about 2 months ago and I placed it on Pinterest, and ever since that everyone has been asking me to finally create a tutorial. I did add a few changes. This is the original and this is the new one. I think he looks more like a bear. I added a bigger belly, and for today's tutorial you will need your hook, your rainbow loom set up in the staggered configuration, and you will need to choose the color that you want your bear to be. Today I'm going to repeat the green bear, so if you're using green you will need about 51 or 52 green bands. You will need white bands, and you will also need 2 black bands, and that will become his eyes. It is optional if you want to add a charm to his belly. That is added after you create your bear, so that's connected with an S-clip. If you do not have a charm, then when I remove this I will show you what I have done. Then you will just simply follow the tutorial to change his belly middle band into the same color that matches the outside, and it kind of looks like the shape of a heart. But if you do have a charm, then you would be just S-clipping it to his belly. So let's begin. Gather 51 or 52 for the capping of green, 2 blacks, and grab some white bands. First thing we're going to do is make these cheeks on your bear. You're going to grab double green, or if you're making a purple bear, double bands, and go down. Go down 2 times, and then on that peg a single band, so we went down 2, 2, and then on that peg you use a single band and wrap it around 3 times, only 3. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Use 2 bands, 2 bands, and then grab a single band and wrap it around that peg only 3 times. That is your teddy bear's cheeks. Then we're going to do his ear. You can use the middle. Just use 2 bands from here to here, and that's all. And then wrap a single around 4 times, and then another 2 bands from here to here. Then you're grabbing a single and capping it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have created 2 sets of his ears, the side of his cheek on the left and the right. Now we are going to create his arms. Grab 2 bands and go down 3, actually 4 times. We're going to go down 4 times, and then on that peg, that last one, a single band, and wrap it around 4. And the same on this side. And we're always using double bands. And make sure your bands are not overlapping. So go down 4 times. And then we grab a single band, take it and wrap it around that last peg 4 times. And so now we have completed the cheek on the left, the right, ear, arm, and arm. Now we are going to loop them, and then after we loop them, we are going to create the extension for the belly. I think we actually can use this part of the loom. I think we have space. So this is how you create the extension. Grab double bands and go down 1, 2, I cannot grab these bands. They're so sticky. 3. So go down 1, 2, 3, and then here 1, 2, 3. Same thing on that side. 1. And now grab a single band and place it from here to here, making a triangle. Another single band, and you're placing it from here to here. So you created 2 triangles. There's nothing on the last 2 and nothing on the top 2. Now we're going to grab another single band and wrap that single band around this last peg only 3 times. And the same here. A single band and wrap it around 3 times. And now this will become the outside of your bear's belly. We can loop these. You're going to reach in through the capping band, bring those 2 bands up and over. Bring these up and over and up and over. And I forgot to mention that you're going to need about 2 or 3 S-clips for this project. So you probably should go grab 2 S-clips now, or C-clips, because we need them for this one. So I pushed back that capping band, I brought those up, brought these, pushed back that band, and pull back the bottom 2 and bring them up. And this is where the S-clip comes in hand. Okay, so we're going to grab the S-clip and loop all 4 of those bands onto that S-clip, like that. And then we're going to do the same on this side. Make sure you're grabbing the bottom 2 and the top 2. Once you know for sure that both sets are on that S-clip and this one, you can take that S-clip, pull that piece off, pull this piece off, and slowly remove this extension. And I know it looks weird. Do not remove the S-clip, and it should look like this for you, like a little train track. And now we can loop his arm. Move back that triple capping band, bring the bottom and bring those up, and it's just the basic looping forward. You just grab the bottom band and go forward. Push back that capping band and go forward. You can remove his arm. And then slowly pull it off of your hook and place it to the side. And the same with the cheeks. We pushed back the capping band, grabbed the bottom 2 bands and brought them up. Bring these up. Same here. Push back all those bands and bring these up. And the same with these. Now the smallest one, which is these, are his ears. So when it's time to say, when I say place his ears, I will tell you, that I will remind you that you're using the one that are tiny. You can pull them off, place them to the side. And these will become his cheek extension. And just adjust it. And these go to the side as well. So you should have made a cheek, 2 ears, arms, and that belly extension. And now we can move on to the next step. The next step is you're going to choose what color you want your string to be. If you want it as a charm, you can change the color. If you want it hidden, you can use green. I'm going to place a white one on the first peg, single, and then I'm going to grab double green bands, double means 2, and place them from here to here. And another set of double. I'm going to be using double the rest of the way. And double here. And on the fourth one, we are going to turn in. We went down 1, 2, 3, turned in on the fourth. And the same on this side. And we turned in. And now you can place one green here. And then grab 2 white bands. Place it from here to here. And then 2 green bands from here to here. So we did 2 greens, 2 white, 2 greens. Now back to using green. We're going to create the neck. And then we're switching to the white and placing one here. 2 bands. I just said 1, meaning like to that side. And 2 there. Another set there. And 3 going down. So do 3 on this side as well. 1, 2, 3. Now grab, you went down, you did the shoulder, then you did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now grab 2 green, or the color of your bear, and from that peg to that peg, place 2 greens. And the same from the, actually remove that. Don't get mad that I said to remove it. You guys get mad at me too quickly. We're going to do the middle first because it's important to do the middle first. Place a white band here. And this is where it gets, this is where if you want his belly to be all white, you can. If you want to do it like this, you're going to just follow this part. If you plan on putting a charm on him, you can leave his belly all white and then just add a charm. I'm going to make this green. So we place 2 white here. The next step is you're going to grab not 2, but 3. It makes it thicker and it starts to look like a heart. Grab 3 green and place it in the middle. So we did 2 whites, 3 greens. Then back to 2 whites. And that's what yours should look like so far. Now we can switch back to the green and go from that middle peg out, and the same on here, this middle peg out. So this is what your bear should look like so far. Now we are going to create his leg. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. After you go down on the 4th, take a single band, wrap it around that peg 4 times. Same on here, go down 4. And push all these bands down. We're going to need them pushed down later for the extension. 2. And again, on this last peg, you're grabbing a single band and wrapping it around that peg 4 times. Now you can grab the bear's arms, and that is the one that is the longest. It should have 1, 2, 3, 4 links on them like that, and you're going to place it on, make sure when you place it that the loop looks like this, and you place it on this peg right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th peg down on both sides. Grab his other arm, and place it on that peg. And let's grab his ear. His ear is the one that just has 2 bands and then a band wrapped around. So it should look like this one. Place those loops on your hook and then open it till it has a circle and place that on your bear on this one. And the same with the other ear. Place it on that other peg. So it's on this one and this one. And then we are going to place his little cheeks. Take your hook, put it through those loops, squeeze, and place it on the 1, 2, 3, the 3rd peg on this side. And you're going to place it on there like that. And then do the same on this side, and then I'll show you the next step. Kind of like how I do my monkey. And so this is what we have so far. Now take your hook and put it through those 3 loops that we tied around, only 3, and bring it to the peg above. Open the loops. See, mine just fell apart. If that happens to you, just thread the other 2 bands back through it. It's okay. So 2 of mine fell off. I'm just going to put them back on to that peg. And this time I'm going to hold this down so it doesn't come off. I'm pinching out my finger and then take that loop and bring it to the peg above, like that. And the same on this one. Take your hook through the front, through only 3 loops. It should only be 3 links on your hook. If you have more, then you grab too much. Put your thumb here to hold those bands down and place it on that peg. Oops. And there you should have a cheek and a cheek, an ear and an ear and an arm. And now this is the tricky part. Please pay very close attention because it's tricky. So we are going to where our S-clip is and the loop. We're going to open up that hole right here and place it right here on the same peg as the arm of the bear. Then we're going to bring this over. Do not remove the S-clip. Open up the loops and place it on that peg. Push them down so they don't come off. Now take your hook, grab the bottom 3. It should have only 3 loops, and drag it to this peg right here. And then place this on the outside. So we did it from this one, we skipped 2 to this one. So it's the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th peg to the 7th. 5, 6, I'm sorry, the 5th to the 8th. That's where you're placing the extension, the 5th to the 8th. And then again on this side, pull, and see how mine popped off a little? That's why the S-clip is important. I'm going to place my thumb and hold it. First grab the loops. I have the loops, and then pull and place it on that peg right here. And then place these to the outside. Now all these lines look crazy. You're going to take the bottom line, the bottom band, and drag it over here. It should be laying underneath these two. And then this one should be laying above. It's supposed to be like a triangle. If you push it down, you'll see it's a triangle. Again, this one, this bottom band, will lay underneath these pegs, and the top one should have laid on the top naturally. And that's how yours should look. Once you have completed this step and you are comfortable that you did it right, you can then remove your S-clips. We do not need them anymore. And you can place that to the side. Now we are going to do his nose and his eyes. For the nose, you're going to grab a single green band, the color of your bear, and wrap it around your hook 4 times. And then you are going to grab another single band, and you're going to transfer these bands onto that single band, like so. And then you're placing this nose band from here to here on the second peg down, going across. For the eyes, first grab a single band and just twist it 3 times. It should look like a figure 8, and place it on the same peg as where we place the ears, from here to here. And now let's create the eyes. Grab a single black band and wrap that around your hook 4 times. And repeat that. Wrap that around your hook 4 times. So it's 2 black bands. And now you're going to grab a single green band and again transfer all of these onto that one single band. And you are placing these in the same spot that we have the ears. And then you're separating them, and you're grabbing this bottom band and placing it like that. Just one bottom band, the top can stay above. Then you're going to grab another single band and just place it from here to here. So we're making a triangle on his face. And the triangle is on the third on each side, and make sure it goes above that peg. And then we can begin to loop. Take your hook and pull back the capping bands and pull the bottom 2 forward. And it's the same thing going up, it's just a basic looping pattern. And stop at this peg. And then we're going to do the same on this side. Grab the bottom 2, bring them forward. And we're stopping at that peg. We're going to reach in here and grab this band. So it should be the top 2 green ones. I have a green and a white. I'm grabbing only the top green. So we pushed back this extension. Make sure you're pushing this extension away when you reach in here. So I'm pushing the extension away and just grabbing the top green and placing it to that middle peg right here. Again, on this side, push back that belly extension, grab the other 2 green bands, and bring them to that middle peg, like so. Then reach back into the same peg, grab the bottom white, and bring those forward. Reach here, grab the bottom white, and bring these forward. Then reach into this middle peg, push back all the green, and grab the white and bring that forward. We're reaching in here, and only for the bottom white, bringing those forward. These 2 green, they go forward, and pushing this band out of the way and grabbing the 2 white, bring that forward. Now in this peg, again, make sure you avoid that green band. You push it out of your way, grab the 2 white, forward, 2 white, forward, and here. So I brought those forward and bring these forward. We're reaching into the arm, so we need to push back all these bands and only grab the bottom 2 white bands. And those get pulled to the middle. And the same in here, push back every band out of the way. And just grab the bottom 2 white and bring it to the middle, like that. This part should be really tight because we have a lot of bands here. We're going to reach in and only grab the 2 green and slowly wiggle it. If you find that it is tight, you can, see I'm losing mine. You can take your hook and wiggle your hook around the bands to release some of the pressure, like this. Take your hook, place it to the side, around, and that releases the pressure of the bands. We're reaching into this. So you're probably wondering why I have the body attached to the head. Well, when I looped the video with you and I pulled him off the loom, something happened to his face, and I didn't want the same thing to happen to you guys, so I just reattached his body, created the head over, and I did a little surgery. But it's okay because on the last step you should have looped his neck. So we're starting from the neck anyway, and then we're going to reach in and grab the top 2 bands and bring it to the peg above, and then reach in here and grab the other bands and bring it to the right, and then finally the last 2 and bring it to the left. Then we are going to loop this side up. You're going to reach in through all these bands and push back and just grab the bottom 2 and pull those to the peg above. Grab these white bands and bring it forward. And then we are going to do the same on here. We're going to reach in and make sure we just grab the bottom 2 and bring it to the peg above. So we looped this one, and this one. Now we're back to this peg. We're going to reach in, bring those bands to the peg above, and then we are going to, when you reach in here, there's the I band. You can push the I band out of the way and just grab the 2 green bands and bring that forward. Now we are grabbing these, push back all the bands, and just grab the bottom 2 and bring that forward. Then we are going to reach in here and only be grabbing the bottom 2 as well and bring that to the middle peg, and then on here the bottom 2 and bringing that also to the middle peg. So it looks like we have looped everything that we were supposed to, and we are going to place our hook through all those bands. And I'm grabbing a white band. This is a little harder this way, and try to grab that white band and thread it through the middle like that of yours should be easier because yours is not going to be on the loom like this, so I have to fuss with mine, but this should be fun. Alright, I got mine, and then you're creating the slip knot with yours. So once you have the bands onto your hook, you're just going to make a slip knot and then pull. And yours should have been easier because you would be working up here. And then you're going to start at the bear's feet. Yours should still be on the loom, and you're just going to pop him off slowly. And I'm just going to finish popping mine off this way since I messed him up. And I will show you what he looks like when I remove him. What my Care Bear looks like off of the loom. I'm going to dig in here and search for his nose. It should be here somewhere. I see it. And we're going to just take our hook and try to grab all 4 bands. Just plop it up and it should go through there. Just kind of squeeze it and adjust it. My bands seem a little extra stretched because when I messed up the head, I removed the entire head and placed it back on, so I overly stretched them. You can then squeeze if you want over here like that. And for your bear's belly or heart charm, you can take your hook, if you change the color in the middle, and grab all the green bands, all the color you chose, and start pulling them a little bit up and down like that. And then that will make them stand out more and they look like a heart. And if you do not want to just leave it like that and you want a charm, I will then show you what I do. I use a piece of dental floss and I thread this bead or this charm through this dental floss, and then I grab the green band that matches the charm, and I try to go back through here, which is probably going to be impossible. Oh, I got it. And then I pull. And that is how I get my band onto that charm. And then I take my hook, and this is when you get an S-clip ready, and you take your hook and you go through these 2 white bands right here, and you grab the top loop and you pull that to the back. Then take your hook and go through the bottom white bands, see that space right there, and come out the white bands, and then grab the other band that belongs to the charm and bring it to the back. So now both bands are on the back of your bear, and you are going to secure those. One of them is on one hook. You can remove this now, and then you take the other loop and place it here, and then it's just the S-clip is in the back. And that is how you make your bear, or Care Bear you can call it. And this is the purple one. This is the original one I made, and this is the one we made today. And again, you could leave it like this, or you can add a charm. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And here's the yellow one actually. And if you did, please subscribe.